Well, you lost the neighbor, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
lost one, gained one.
Oh, him.
Morrison.
Morrison. Well, he's still gonna work in town. He's still driving.
He was a cattle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He'll be driving back. Morrison, he'll drive back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, it is 6 o'clock. Under the stand, adjournment, please. I pledge allegiance to the
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dean Bruce.
Here.
Ball. Here. Oleski.
Here.
Patelski. Here. Walker.
Here.
Bruce.
Here.
Staley.
Here.
All right, consideration of approval of the meeting agenda for tonight. On the meeting agenda for tonight, we have the communications and announcements. Item A, Charter Communications changes to the channel lineup as of July 14th, 2017. Under Department and Committee reports, we have item A, the Water Department report from Wade Trim. B, Fire Department report. C is the Zoning Administrator's report. D, Zoning Board of Appeals. E is the Planning Commission. And in that, we have minutes of the public hearing that took place on June 20th of 17. Special use permit application, TES Filer City Station Partnership, Filer City Real Estate Development Corporation owners, Charter Township of parcel 51 and 500601910001. F is the Board of Review minutes, and G is the Building and Grounds Committee minutes. With item 1 under there, an update on the basketball backboard at the Oak Hill Park. H is PEG report. I is the Downtown Development Authority. J, Personnel Committee. And K, the Sewer Project. Under new business, we have item A, approval in the amount of $1,129.98 to Sears to purchase a stove and a refrigerator for the Nelson Street office and replace a broken refrigerator at the rec hall for under $700. B is approval to authorize Tom Steggy, Treasurer, to renew an existing CD dated June 4th of 2017 and add $5,000 to this CD, which will include 4 additional months of length to earn a higher interest rate. C is approval to authorize Tom Steggy, Treasurer, to renew an existing CD dated July 1st, 2017 and add $5,000 to this CD, which will include 4 additional months of length to earn a higher interest rate. D is approval of resolution number 10, authorizing issuance of 2017 capital improvement bonds, limited tax general obligation bonds, which are taxable. And that's it, unless somebody has anything else to add to the
Just point out on item E, in the planning commission, that last parcel number, I'm pretty sure there should be a 5106 on it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not positive on that.
It is
It would be 5-1, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Terry, either under item K, under under department and committee reports on the sewer, or under an item of new business, we need to go into closed session to discuss possible acquisition of real property in connection with the sewer project. So I don't know where you want to put that, but
How about if we put it under item K, under
Under K,
sewer
okay,
project,
yeah.
since it's dealing with that or related to that?
Okay, anything else?
Well, we need to put E and F under new business.
It's on the agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, there is, yeah, there are two addendum items, Mr. Dale. E and F under new business. Item E would be upon supervisor's recommendation, consideration of approval of the appointment of one personnel committee member to serve an unexpired term ending December 31st, 2021. And item F is upon supervisor's recommendation, consideration of approval of the appointment of one building and grounds committee member to serve an unexpired term ending December 31st of 2021. Any other changes, additions, or deletions? If not, then I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Cruz, support by Stiggy to approve the meeting agenda for tonight. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Under consideration of approval of the consent agenda tonight, we have item A, minutes of the regular board meeting held June 8, 2017. B is the financial report. Item C is approval of the Township General Fund expenditures, including the fire department. Those checks are numbered 34697 through 34786. Accounts payable total $66,660.25. Payroll totals $13,117.04. The grand total is $79,777.29. Item D is approval of water department expenditures. Checks are numbered 2383 through 2391, and the expenditures total $14,420.11. Anything that needs to be added to the consent agenda? Any changes? If not, I would entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make the motion.
Got a motion by Cruz. Is that support?
Motion.
I'm sorry. Motion by Kolonowski, support by Ball to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. And you have in your packets, under communications and announcements, a letter that the individuals in the township have already been notified of these changes, but changes that are going to be taking place to the lineup, the channel lineup, beginning July 14th. Public comment. Any public comment tonight? Okay. Under department committee reports, in your package you have the Wade Trim monthly report, and the biggest thing there is happy to say that we did get the interior wet renovation done on the Red Apple Road Tower pretty much ahead of schedule. The people that worked on that put a number of, I guess, 13-hour days in, 12, 13-hour days. But they did get done ahead of time, and the tests that had to be done on it, and everything according to Mike went real well. And that we got that back online probably about a week to 10 days earlier than what I had anticipated, so that was a good thing because I know people were experiencing low water pressure, obviously, with that tower accounting for 3/5 of the water supply to the township. So that was good, and everything went well. Weather cooperated, that was a big thing. Fire department, item B. Jim's not here. Ron, are you going to report anything, or did you?
No.
Okay. You have in your packet the report from Jim. Item C, you have Larry's report. demo of the two buildings. Yeah. Yes, yeah, they're down.
Where were the buildings?
28th Street.
On 20th Street, property,
Fire Credit Union.
right across from the Fire Credit Union. Yeah. Zoning Board of Appeals, you have the minutes from the June 27th meeting in your packet. And note that the property owners there were granted the special use permit application. Item E, Planning Commission, we've got the minutes of the regular meeting and the minutes of the public hearing from June 20th in your packet. And should note that there will be a meeting Monday, this coming Monday, the 10th. That's at 7, right? Sure.
7 o'clock,
7 o'clock this Monday.
see you up on Monday. What's the meeting, Shirley?
Item G, you have in your packet the Building and Grounds Committee minutes from June 26th and a note on the basketball backwards of Oakville Park if you haven't been by. They really look good. They were taken down, sandblasted, repainted, and put back up, and they look a lot better. The rust is gone. So,
What's the progress on the back old part of City Park?
well, I've been around with Dunham's here and didn't get anywhere there until today when I was in Leadington. I took a look at backboards at Walmart. They do have some that I think will work. Comparable to the one that's down there. It's not gonna match the one that's there at the other end, but I don't know if that's crucial that they match. More important that we get one up. And I had made the comment about not seeing anybody playing basketball down there since I don't know when, and probably wasn't a week later, I saw a couple kids play basketball. So yeah, we need to get that up. And I know you've got
No, that's,
the metal nets, and so those could be, you could replace the, I didn't even notice if they put, I don't know if they put the other old nets back up or not, but those can go up over there. No, yeah, they, Al Buffka did a real good job on it. They did really good. Okay, item H, Peg, chapter report in your packet. Keith, is there anything you want to add to that report?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be back here. I've been taking the city meetings because I lost one of my volunteers there, and so I'm happy to be back here today. Not a whole lot of changes at the station. However, the video production class is in the process, or rather I should say the instructor is in the process of revamping that room to make it more viable for videotaping various shows and things. So we're hoping to have a more fruitful year with the students, using more and better equipment that we can find, and also putting in a sound booth for voiceovers. They've been doing a lot of commercials and actually making a few dollars doing that around town. And also I had a couple computers go down, and I have to say that about 10 years old, so I guess that's not too bad. I did get one fixed, however, because it's such a big machine that I couldn't bear to part with it because it heats my room. But anyway, that's pretty much it, I guess. Our online activity is going very well. We've had 7,000 so far hits on our web page, and that since we started, it's been about a year or so, I think. And most people go there to see the meetings rather than on the television it was streamed, because it's a lot easier for them. And usually the meetings are on them more quickly too. So that's all I got. Any questions?
Keith, do you guys have any need for a printer, copier, scan machine?
Does it work?
Pardon me?
Does it work?
Yeah, works well.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, we probably could use that.
I know where you might get one.
Okay, let me know.
Okay, I'll talk to you after.
It's not one of them big huge things you need a truck.
No, it's,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Very well.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Personnel committee, there's nothing to report this month there. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the DDA, yeah. You've got the minutes in your packet there, and we did have one resignation in the DDA. Just came in the last week or so, and that was Chairman Laura Horvat, and she will be very sadly missed on the DDA. She's been a member of that board for I don't know how long, but Bob Yates mentioned tonight that Laura was on there when his dad was on the DDA board, so she served a lot of years on there, and she will be missed. The board did select a new chairman tonight, Tony Galliardo, so we will be advertising in the paper for a replacement for Laura's position. And like I said, no personnel committee meeting this past month, so that brings us to item K, the sewer project, and this would be a motion at this point to move into closed session.
I'll support.
And Kathy, you have to put in the minutes, this is for purposes of discussing possible acquisition of real property.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay, so we have a motion by Paul, support by Gutowski, to move into closed session.
Roll call.
Walker,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Wachowski, yes. Paul,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Steggy,
Yes.
Brian Cruz.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we need a motion to go back into open session.
I'll second it.
Motion by Brian Cruz, support by Dean Cruz, to go back into open session. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried, and we are now back in open session, and we are on new business. And item A is approval in the amount of $1,120.
We have a motion.
I'm sorry, yes, we need to do a motion, yes. Let's back up.
I would make a motion
Okay,
to have Mr. Wilson offer the terms as discussed into closed session to Dr. Galvin.
I'll second.
second you do.
Yes. Motion by
Okay.
Paul, support by Brian Cruz.
Okay.
To
Roll call.
Yeah. You want to restate that motion? or
Yes,
you got it?
authorize the attorney to offer Dr. Balaban the terms we discussed for a 20-foot easement.
Perfect.
Roll call.
Paul,
Yes.
Katsowski, yes. Walker,
Yes.
Brian Cruz,
Yes.
Stady,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Dean Cruz.
Yes.
Okay, new business, we need to approve $1,129.98 to Sears to purchase a stove and refrigerator for the Nelson Street office, which there are flyers, or copies of flyers in your packet. Bob Skier and I went down there last week, the week before, and they are having a pretty good sale right now. As you can see that refrigerator in particular is about almost half price at $679.99, and the stove is at $449.99, which was also a savings of $280. Then since that came up, we, I believe it was last weekend's rental at the rec center, discovered that the one fridge was not working, and fortunately we had another refrigerator there for them to use, but we need to replace the one that is not working any longer. And so this approval is asking for also for purchase of a additional refrigerator at the rec center, not to exceed $700. And I talked to Dean before the meeting tonight and called Bob, didn't get a hold of him, but left him a message. I believe that sale ends on Saturday. I thought it was Friday tomorrow, but I guess it's Saturday. But anyway, we should try to make that purchase of the other, second refrigerator under that same sale, if we can.
You need two instead of one? Is that what you're thinking?
I would think so. That one's a 19 cubic foot, and that would probably be, I'm guessing, about the size of the one that's there that's no longer working. The other one that is working is, I think, larger than that. You might have a better idea than I do in terms of the size of them.
I think you should consider that stainless steel. Reconsider the stainless steel. That's my 2 cents.
Because
It's very hard to clean. If you scratch it, it's gonna show up. It's just my
It does get a lot of,
ex-professional opinion.
it does get a lot of hard use.
I know at the rec center, it does get an awful lot of use.
So maybe they have a less expensive weight one at the rec center or something. I think if you're gonna rent that 2111 building out, I think stainless steel is,
Yeah, I think,
I'm sure it's
I
the
think,
right answer.
and we haven't gotten to that point yet. We've got to have those discussions about renting the Nelson Street building, but the thing, I think the difference is, just off the top of my head, the rec center, we have lots of rentals there, large groups, graduation parties, et cetera, where at the other place, it will be small groups, much smaller groups, obviously, because of the size of the place. We've thought, the possibility of maybe small showers or something like that at card parties. And then the other consideration there was with everything being new, with the kitchen all new, and countertops, cupboards, tile floor, et cetera, what would look nice in there. The existing, and it's finished now, the countertops are in and everything. We just thought that the stainless steel would look a lot nicer in there than the white, go in with the kitchen better. I guess that's why we picked up the stainless steel. We obviously, Rob and I don't clean refrigerators, so We don't know about, keeping it clean.
Well, you have an amount not to exceed here, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, well, it will cover, even if you
We-
want the other one.
Yeah, the $700 is, would be a not to exceed amount for the rec center. The other two are prices we've been given by Sears already
To not to exceed that dollar amount,
on the whole package.
the whole package.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion by Paul, supported by Brian Cruz, to approve the amounts that are in front of us here, not to exceed the $1,129.98 for the stove and refrigerator for the Nelson Street house and $700 for the refrigerator for the rec center. Any other discussion?
They don't have an avocado, do they?
Our dad's got one.
I got one of those in my basement if you'd like.
Okay.
Roll
Kevin, you want to
call.
do a roll call, please?
Gutowski, no. Dean Cruz,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Brian Cruz,
Yes.
Ball,
Yes.
Steggy,
Yes.
Kalinowski.
Yes.
Okay. And I think we will take under consideration your
Take another
lady's
one.
recommendation about the white at the rec center.
Right.
I think that would be good. Yeah, yeah. And I think the one that's there, the large one there that's working is a white also. Okay, item B is approval to authorize Tom Steggy, treasurer, to renew an existing CD dated June 4th, 2017, and add $5,000 to this CD, which will include 4 additional months of length to earn a higher interest rate.
I so second.
Any discussion? Tom, is there anything you wanted to?
Well,
Mention
on both of the CDs, they're at like 0.5%, and they have a special going. If you add 5,000 to any CD you have, they will give you a 1.3% interest rate, so much better. And it goes from 15 months to 19 months, so it's not tied up for a long, long period of time.
Right, only tied up 4 months longer and much better interest rate, so. Any discussion? You want to do a roll call? Kathy?
Sure. Kalinowski,
Yes.
Steggy,
Yes.
Ball,
Yes.
Brian Cruz,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Dean Cruz,
Yes.
Gutowski, yes.
Item C is approval to authorize Tom Steggy, treasurer, to renew an existing CD dated July 1st, 2017, and add $5,000 to that CD, which will include 4 additional months of length to earn a higher interest rate there also. And I don't remember a discussion, Tom, was that going also from 5.5 to 1.3? Okay.
I'll make a motion.
I'll support it.
Okay, motion by Kalinowski, support by Gutowski to approve, or to authorize Tom Steggy to renew an existing CD dated July 1st, 2017, and add 5,000 to that CD, which will include 4 additional months of length to earn a higher interest rate. Let's do a roll call again, please.
Walker,
Yes.
Dean Cruz,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Steggy,
Yes.
Gutowski, yes. Cruz,
Yes.
Ball,
Yes.
Okay, item D is approval of resolution number 10, authorizing issuance of 2017 capital improvement bonds. Richard, is there anything you want to speak to?
Yeah, the one you have in the packet has been amended slightly.
So take the one out in front of you.
Yeah, the one that you have in front of you that's loose is the one that you should adopt. And the way to tell that it's the correct one is if you look on page 2. Under section 1, in the very first paragraph, 3 lines up from the bottom, the date there should be August 1, 2018. If your copy says 2017, you have the wrong one. There was also another change back in paragraph 4 that I made with the bond council a couple of days ago. They simply had there's a reference in section 4 to the township sanitary sewage system. They had obviously used this from another bond issue where they had a reference to a facility building of some sort instead of the township sewer system. So that was a fix that we made a couple of days ago. The one this morning is the one that says 2018, and that's the one we'll need to adopt. Otherwise, they're identical to the ones that Pat McGow set up in this, there's in your packet. If you look, there's a copy of the bond that's in the document itself. The interest rate is 2.75%. The principal payments, the first principal payment is only $35,000 in August 1 of 18. Those principal payments will go up to $126,000 by 2057. I don't know about you, but I don't plan to still be working in 2057, so it'll be up to somebody else to figure that out at the time. But this authorizes the clerk and the supervisor to sign the bonds at the time of closing with the advice of bond counsel, Pat McGow and Bill Canfield. The total amount of the bond is $3,838,000, which is the full amount of the loan that we have from rural development, as I recall. It does require a couple of escrow accounts, if you will. There's the debt retirement account, also the construction fund, and then the repair, replacement, and improvement fund. The RR&I fund has to be funded at the rate of $1,500 annually. The debt retirement fund is simply a fund, an account where you put the money in and then they grab it at the time of the payment. But you have to keep, I think, one payment in that bond fund or that payment fund.
Similar then to what we did with
the water system, correct. And Blake Smith or somebody from rural development would be here at the time of closing, Tom and Kathy, to explain all of that to you. The accountants or CPAs should be able to assist you on that as well, but there will be some additional accounts. The only other wrinkle is on the construction fund, and I raised this issue with bond counsel the other day when I ran across it. If you look at paragraph 4, that it sets up the construction fund. This is the fund where the money will go during the construction period, and any money that's left over in that fund, if any, after the construction, then gets sent back to the federal government. This paragraph seemed to say that no other monies, in fact, if you look at the first line there, no other monies can be deposited into this construction fund. If you recall the agreement between the township and the DDA is going to contribute $500,000 to the cost of construction, and that contract between the township and the DDA says that that $500,000 is supposed to go into this construction fund. I am told by Pat McGow's office that that is fine. We can put the $500,000 into the construction fund, but we will have to keep a separate account of that money from the $3,838,000 that goes in from the loan. So you will presumably Blake Smith will want us to spend that money first. Again, typically the local funds have to get spent first, then the loan funds, and then if there's any expenses after that, we bite into the grant money.
And we've already spent, what, about 175,000 of that 500?
About 195.
Okay, all right. So, but anyway, we'll just have to keep a separate ledger in the construction fund for the DDA money and keep that separately accounted for from the loan funds. But it can all go into the same bank account, which is what this will be used for.
Do they have to be mindful of making it $500,000 even, or can they be a couple dollars over?
You don't think the DDA can write a check for exactly
Well, they-
500,000 or?
Yeah, I do, but I mean, how picky is USDA going to be about that? Is that $500,000?
Oh, yeah, no, but the contract with the DDA says exactly 500,000, so we need to get and that's part of the security for this project, so we're gonna have to show the feds that we've got 500,000 from the DDA.
What about the money they've already spent?
You can count that.
Well,
They've spent 193 of it. Isn't that what you said?
Well, that's what they give
no,
us
they're
200.
gonna have to write a check for $500,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've already written a check for 200,000.
Right.
But that has not gone into this construction
Yes,
fund.
it
Yes,
is.
it has.
You've set up the construction fund
Yep.
already?
Yeah, it's all set up.
Oh,
Blake
Smith
Smith
told
told
us
us to do it back in May.
oh, okay.
So they've been spending that money,
Okay.
but if you would get the rest of it
Right.
from DDA and then watch, so you don't
Right.
go over that 500,000.
I didn't realize that you'd already set that up already. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to change the names on it to match what you've got in here, but that's not a problem. We just change the
Your
name.
CTA's
I have
got
a sewer construction fund because I didn't know what to call it.
But are these,
I think that's okay.
Yeah, no, well, it just has specific title, which I can change, it shouldn't be a problem. I did it based on the information that Blake Smith gave me. So
okay.
I have to
We were
assume,
instructed by.
If Blake's behind it, then
These
I'm
accounts.
not gonna overrule Blake because he's the guy with the loan. Okay.
And Richard, the RR&I amount, that is also, that's a requirement of rural development.
Correct.
Right, the 1,500.
Yep. Yep.
you said the interest rate is 2.75.
Mhm.
On page 7, it says payable on August 1, 2017.
Yeah, that's in the bond.
Okay.
The bond is likely not even to be signed by August 1st, 2017, and Pat will probably change that when the final document is prepared.
You just did
Right.
earlier.
Yeah, I know, he missed,
Okay.
I see he missed that.
There's a couple of them there.
Must have fixed it on the second
What does it mean by ITS supervisor under his signature?
What's that?
Probably, yes, supervisor.
Yes.
On page 8?
Charter Township of Filer, it would be Filer, Gary Walker. The other
Yes, supervisor.
It's supervisor, Charter Township of
Yeah.
Filer.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of fun.
Yeah. And we're-
Typically, you put a colon after it. It's,
Okay.
Yeah, showing possession.
Any
any other questions?
Okay, now we need a motion to adopt this resolution.
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
We have a motion by Ball, support by Steggy, to approve the resolution authorizing issuance of 2017 capital improvement bonds. Kathy, want to do a roll call, please?
Brian Cruz,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Dean Cruz,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Steggy,
Yes.
Petrowski, yes, Ball.
Yes.
Okay, item E, which is on your attachment there, under agenda addendum, item E is Upon supervisor's recommendation, consideration of approval of the appointment of one personnel committee member to serve an expired term ending December 31st of 2021. And with that, I would like to recommend, or I would like to appoint Kathy Gutusky to serve on the personnel committee with a term ending December 31st of 2021.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Cruz, support by Kalinowski to approve the appointment of Kathy Gutusky to the personnel committee. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item F, upon supervisor's recommendation, consideration of approval of the appointment.
Mr. Supervisor,
Yes, ma'am.
at this time, I'd like to withdraw my name from consideration.
Okay, we had 2 applicants for the vacancy on Building and Grounds Committee. We are now down to 1 applicant. And with that, I would like to, for the Building and Grounds appointment, I would like to recommend to the board the appointment of Ron Gutusky to the Building and Grounds Committee to serve a non-expired term ending December 31st of 2021.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion by Kalinowski, support by Brian Cruz to approve supervisor's recommendation to appoint Ron Gutusky to the Building and Grounds Committee. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Oh, yes, 1 abstention. Note that in the minutes. Okay. Public comment.
We're losing a minute a day, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, good news. We needed that.
Ron, I welcome you to the Building and Grounds Committee. Okay, anything else to come before the board tonight? Shirley, do you have anything? Ryan?
Nothing.
Tom?
Nothing.
Kathy?
Dell, if you tell your brush crew, great job this year.
Yes.
Wonderful job. Okay.
And it came
Pass that
in,
on.
we saved about just over $2,000 over last year's brush. Pickup cost.
Thank
Really
you.
good. Very good.
Yep, very well.
And I already thanked Scott, but you can thank him again for the wonderful job of grading up there in the room for our inspection we had
But then he
done.
did it when he did.
Pardon me?
Just like he did it when he did.
Yeah. Dale, do you have anything
I
else?
just had one thing. The fireworks warrant has come, the questions come up. What's the time? I mean, I know what they can do during the holiday, what about when it's not the holiday?
I think it's 11.
It is 11, that's what I'm telling folks.
You can make fireworks?
No, I don't, well,
Can't-
isn't there
can't
something
have them at
about
all.
the states that are by the,
Them at all.
Outside those,
Those 3 days.
Yeah, no, there's 3 days, there's 1 day on either side of, I forget exactly how many
Before,
holidays.
during, and after, yes.
Right.
national holidays, and I think it's, is it 11 or is it 12?
I think.
I don't think there's a time on the federal law.
No, it's a state law, but
is it 24/7?
I mean, on the state law. It's day before, day of, and day after, and I believe you can shoot them whenever you want, those 3 days.
Right, and those 3 days, that's it.
Those 3 days only.
Right.
Because the township ordinance says those are the only 3 days that you can light it.
Maybe on our previous ordinance, we had 11 o'clock in there.
I think that's what it is, that's what I
They
think.
started
Boy,
walking
people follow that law, don't they?
Yeah.
well, you have a noise ordinance that requires quiet time after 11.
Right.
You know, also kicks into play on some of those things. Legislature's looking at it again. They obviously didn't get around to doing it before the 4th of July, but there's enough squeaks that.
They got more complaints this year.
I've had complaints.
I wasn't around this 4th, but I know where I spent the 4th, I listened to them through the whole night.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, my
I found
neighbors are so
it
close. I mean, I can look at my roof windows and see the fireworks.
Dean, did you have anything else for tonight?
No,
No? Richard?
Oh, good, thanks.
I just had one thing, and that was to let you guys know that at our countywide NTA meeting last week, Wednesday, we were all given copies of the countywide rec plan. It's all done, very nicely done, and I've got it in my office right now. I'll give it to Kathy, and so if you want to see it, stop in and look at it. It's a lengthy document. Very well done. Okay, if there's nothing else, then I would entertain a motion for adjournment. Motion by Paul. Support by Dustin for